Have you ever hidden something beautiful inside yourself because you were afraid of what people would think? Have you ever had a gift, a talent, a dream, a voice that you kept locked away? Not because it wasn't good enough, but because showing it felt too dangerous. Welcome to Moral Entails. This is a story about a boy who had such a gift, and the day he could no longer keep it hidden. In a village where everyone knew everyone, there was a small school at the edge of town. Every spring, when the flowers bloomed and the air grew warm, the school held a talent competition. It was the event of the year. Farmers left their fields early, mothers baked sweet bread to share, grandparents sat in the front row with proud smiles. Children sang, danced, told stories, and made the whole village laugh. For most, it was a day of joy, but for Marcus, it was a day he dreaded. Marcus was a quiet boy. He walked through life like a shadow, present but unnoticed. He sat in the back of the classroom, he ate lunch alone under the acacia tree, he never raised his hand even when he knew the answer. But Marcus had a secret. When he was alone, when no one was watching, when no one could hear, he sang. His voice was not loud, it was not forceful, but it was pure, like the first light of morning breaking through darkness, like water flowing over smooth stones in a quiet river. When Marcus sang, the world felt softer, kinder, more beautiful. He sang in his small room at night with the door closed. He sang by the river when the sun set and the village grew still. He sang to the trees, to the sky, to the silence that never judged him. But he never sang in front of people. The thought of it made his chest tighten. His hands would tremble. His throat would close. He imagined all those eyes on him, waiting, watching, expecting, and the fear swallowed him whole. So his gift stayed hidden, buried, safe. His best friend was Devin. Devin was loud and confident. He loved attention. Every year, Devin entered the talent show. He would sing, or dance, or tell jokes. He was not the best, but he was brave, and people clapped for him. Devin knew about Marcus's voice. He had heard him sing once, by accident, near the old well. It was the most beautiful sound Devin had ever heard. But instead of joy, Devin felt something else, something small and dark. Why should Marcus have such a gift when he is too afraid to use it? When the talent show was announced that year, Devin signed up immediately. He practiced his song every day, loud and proud. Marcus did not sign up. "You should enter," Devin said one afternoon. Marcus shook his head. "I cannot." "Why not? You sing better than anyone." "That does not matter," Marcus said quietly. "I am afraid." Devin smiled, but the smile did not reach his eyes. "Then you will never be anything," he said. The word stung, but Marcus said nothing. He had learned long ago that silence was safer than risk. On the day of the talent show, the whole village gathered. The stage was decorated with flowers and ribbons. Children performed one by one. Some were good, some were not. The crowd clapped for all of them. Devin's turn came. He sang his song with energy, waving his arms and grinning wide. The people clapped politely, but Devin knew he was not the best. He would not win. After his performance, Devin went backstage, and there, in the corner, he saw Marcus. "What are you doing here?" Devin asked. "I came to watch you," Marcus said. "You were good." Devon's jealousy flared. He does not even try, and still he is kind. It made Devon feel small. "Come," Devon said suddenly, "I want to show you something." Marcus followed him. Devon led him through the curtain, closer to the stage. "Wait here," Devon said. "I will be right back." But Devon did not come back. Instead, he walked up to the announcer and whispered something. The announcer looked confused, then nodded. "Ladies and gentlemen," the announcer said, "we have one more performer. Please welcome Marcus." The crowd turned toward the stage. And then Devon pushed. Marcus stumbled through the curtain and onto the stage. The lights blinded him. Hundreds of eyes stared. His heart pounded so hard he thought it would break. He looked for Devon, but Devon was gone. Marcus stood frozen. He could not move. He could not speak. The silence grew heavy. Then, from the back, someone coughed, and Marcus realized, this is real. I am here. There is no escape. So he did the only thing he knew how to do. He opened his mouth, and he sang. At first, his voice was small, shaking like a candle flame in the wind, but then it grew. It filled the room like light fills a dark sky at dawn. Every note was true, every word was clear. The fear that had trapped him for so long seemed to melt away with each breath. The crowd fell silent. Mothers stopped whispering, children stopped fidgeting. Even the wind outside seemed to pause. Marcus sang a song about a bird that was afraid to leave its nest, about how the sky called to it, but fear kept it small. And then, one day, the branch broke, and the bird learned it had wings. His voice carried the pain of every silent year, the loneliness of hiding, the ache of believing he was not enough. But it also carried something else: hope. When he finished, there was silence. Not the kind that judges, but the kind that honors. Then the whole village stood and clapped. Some wiped tears from their eyes, others smiled with something close to wonder. Marcus's own eyes filled with tears, not from fear, but from something he had never felt before: freedom. He won the competition, and with it a scholarship to a music school in the city, a place where his gift could grow, where his voice could reach beyond the small village that had never heard it. His life changed that day, not because he chose to be brave, but because he had no choice. Backstage, Devon watched. He had wanted Marcus to fail. He had wanted to prove that fear makes a person weak. But what he had done was set Marcus free. Marcus found him later, outside by the gate. The sun was setting, painting the sky in shades of gold and rose. "Why did you do it?" Marcus asked. His voice was calm, but his eyes searched Devon's face. Devon looked away. "I do not know." Marcus was quiet for a moment. Then he said, "Thank you." Devon blinked. "You are not angry?" "No," Marcus said. "You gave me something I could not give myself." Devon's throat tightened. "I wanted you to fail." "I know," Marcus said softly. "But you failed at making me fail, and in that failure you set me free." Devon did not understand. Not then. But years later, when he heard Marcus sing on the radio, his voice filling homes across the country, he did. He understood that jealousy had made him cruel, but life had made something beautiful from that cruelty. And he understood something else, too, that the person he had really been fighting was not Marcus, it was himself. Marcus went on to sing in great halls. He traveled to cities Devon had only dreamed of. But he never forgot the day he was pushed onto that stage. He never forgot the fear, the trembling, the moment when he had no choice but to trust his wings. And he never forgot Devon, because sometimes the people who hurt us are also the ones who crack us open, so the light we've been hiding can finally pour out. Years later, Marcus returned to the village for a visit. He found Devon working in his father's shop, quiet and humble. "I never said I was sorry," Devon said. Marcus smiled. "You do not need to. You gave me my life." Devon shook his head. "I tried to take it." "Maybe," Marcus said, "but the push that was meant to break me became the one that made me whole." Sometimes the hand that pushes you into your fears is the same hand that pushes you into your destiny. What was meant to harm you can become the very thing that frees you, if you choose to rise instead of fall.